Hello, welcome to another episode of the MOJO Challenge, the 365-day series. Today is episode 56. My name is Madison Rose Dalmaso. I am your host, and today we're talking about planning for 2023. I know it's kind of early, it's November, but November and December months have the tendency to invite us in to do more planning and more organizing than probably any other time of the year. So I figured I would come on today and talk with you a little bit about what I do to plan, what I do to set myself up for 2023, and what I do, what my kind of protocol is to start planning, to start that process. Hi Gabriella, welcome. So one of the first things that I do when I'm planning for a new year, right? A new year is upon us, guys. And whenever there's a new year, there's a time for there's just juicy newness and a special time in each year where we get to reset, where we get to redecide, where we get to reclaim ourselves. And it's just a really powerful time for that. I'm really big. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Darla. Hi, Emily, Linda. Hi, everyone. I'm really big on, I don't love New Year resolutions because I think that this is something that we want to be doing throughout the whole year. However, I do love the energy of a new year and I do love the reset of a new year. I think it's really fun and really special. Good morning, Celeste. Millionaire Monday. Hi. Yay, Emily. I hope mommy life is treating you well. So what I like to do is I like to make two different kinds of plans. Okay, I like to make plans for right now and I like to make plans for 2023. So in other words, I ask myself, what kind of moves can I make for right now? So I just recently invested in a new new programs, new mentorship for myself, for my business, for right now. And then I'm also thinking about what am I doing in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 for mentorship, how am I being supported? What do I have to support me? So number one is support. I do really well when I'm around other people that are doing really well. I think I just bounce off of them really easily, and I'm kind of like a chameleon in that sense. I can calibrate to people really easily. So it's really important for me to surround myself with majority of people or mentors at least that are definitely somewhere where I want to be, because they tend to rub off on me a lot. And this used to be a bad thing, but I've made it a good thing because now I just put myself around really amazing people and they rub off on me really fast. So number one is support. How am I being supported now and how am I going to be supported in 2023? Am I going to have a one-on-one mentor? Am I going to be taking programs, courses? What stage are you at and what support are you wanting for the end of Q4 2022 and the beginning of 2023? So number one is support. How am I being supported? Number two is I like to reflect on what I loved about 2022. What did I do in business that I absolutely loved and would want to do again? What did I do that I absolutely didn't like and I won't do again? What am I leaving behind? What am I bringing forward? And the way that I do this is I'll go back and I'll look at each program that I ran every single month for 2022. I'll look at every program, I'll look at when I did it, how well it did, all the things, and I'll decide if it's something that I want to repeat or something that I want to leave behind. If it's something that I want to repeat, then I'll put it, however I organize, I'll bring it forward with me. I will also look at the containers that I had. So, in 2022, I did a lot of one-on-one. I did a lot of Voxer coaching. I did a lot of group stuff. I did a lot of live programs. And so I'll look at the containers and say, do I like how I showed up in those containers? Do I like how those containers helped people? Do I feel like those were helpful for people? And I'm gonna light a candle because I'm just in the vibes of winter right now. So I'll ask myself, do I like how I showed up? Do I like how I ran those things? And I'll decide if I want to bring them forward or not. After I look at, yay for candles. after I look at what I'm bringing forward and what I'm leaving behind, I will look at how I can make it better. So I'll say, okay, I really love this. How can I make it better? How can I expand upon it, right? How can I have more fun with it? Now, I want to be clear, when I'm planning and doing all these things, I leave a lot of room for magic. So I may make a tentative plan for 2023, but who knows? April may come around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a new program idea. Like, I'm going to do this instead. So my calendar and my intentions have room to change and to shift. It's just, I really like having a set plan because it helps me feel safe. If you don't like having a set plan, then don't plan anything. Just maybe have a reflection and like set intentions, but don't plan anything. Some people planning, stresses them out. For me, it makes me feel safe. So I'll go and I'll say, how can I make these things better? How can I add value to them? How can I make them even more of a warm hug when people come into them? How can I create this so that it's a really good experience? How can I better the experience, right? All these questions I ask myself of like how to improve the experience on the other end. How can I make this the best that it can be? Another thing that I look at when I'm planning is what do I not like about how I worked in 2022? So was there anywhere that I was burnt out or exhausted? Did anything that I did, make me resent business, make me not want to do what I do, right? Because sometimes we try new things and we do them, and even though we love what we're doing, we don't love how we're doing it, right? So I'll look at that. Is there any strategies that I did that I don't want to repeat? Is there any strategies that I did that I do want to repeat, right? Like, I know for a fact that I will be repeating like the social media. This year I adopted kind of, not like a strategy, just like a new way of showing up online. And that's just being really raw and authentic and sharing my truth, no matter what I think people are going to think about it. So if you guys have been seeing more posts lately around just like things that I didn't say before or things that I was like not saying before, it's because I'm just exercising my voice and my opinions about things, so that people know more of who I am instead of just what I do. So I'm going to be taking more of that into 2023 and probably even expanding upon that because I've loved it so much and it's done really, really well on social media, and it's also sparked up a lot of conversations in business as well. So it's been really great all around for my life and business, and whenever that happens, I bring it forward with me. So that's something I'll be repeating and bringing forward. And I think probably the last question that I ask myself is, who do I want to be in 2023? Like, who do I want to be? Who do I want to show up as? And this comes down to like personal habits, really, because your personal habits truly do make up your years. So I'll look at, my fitness, my health. Like this year I did a lot of boxing classes. I did a lot of Pilates. I think in 2023 I'm probably going to get back into the gym and back into lifting again like I used to do for so long. In 2022 I kind of took a break from the gym. I mean, I still go sometimes, but I don't work out and lift like I used to, and I've been itching to get back into that. So 2023 I'll probably do boxing classes and lifting, or I might just go back to the gym full time and do my lifting regimen again. So that's personal. Another personal thing is probably like, free time, how I'm spending my free time. I know friendships have become really important to me in the end of 2022. And so 2023, I'm going to continue that because I just love community. I love friendships. I love building relationships. And so that's going to be really important for me, just to go on friend dates and organize like outings and stuff. So I'll probably start like hosting in 2023, which I haven't hosted like since I moved to Georgia because I haven't had anyone to host. So probably start hosting in 2023, which is really exciting. Again, another personal thing, right? What else? Oh, like relationship, of course, right? Like what do I want to change about my relationship, if anything? we are really focused this year on doing better with the time that we have together. So Eric's been really amazing at switching his schedule to align with mine and getting as much time as we can together. So that's been really, really helpful. And you know, 2023 is definitely a year I think we'll focus more on intentional time together. So that's that for relationships. And so you can see, like, I just go through every single bucket and I'm like, what do I want to change? What do I want to keep? What do I want to leave behind? Who do I want to become? Like, do I want to show up differently, right? Like this year, I haven't really had a wake up time. I've just been waking up just at some point before my first calls, my first things, which works fine for me right now, but I think I desire to wake up more like consistently at a certain time. And I'll probably start going to the gym in the mornings in 2023. So that will change, that will get better. Not better, but just different, really, just a preference. The time that I spend with my family, I did great with that in 2022. I saw my family a lot, even though I live far away. So I will continue that and seeing them and making time for them, and probably travel for 2 weeks up to Massachusetts in the summer and 2 weeks to probably Florida in the summer to see my dad, 2 weeks to my mom, 2 weeks to my dad. Probably just to spend time with them, because summer is Eric's really busy season, so I can kind of just float around and do whatever. And yeah, so I hope you guys are starting to get into the planning vibes and starting to soak in all the good from 2022 and decide what it is that you want to keep, what it is that you want to leave, what it is that you want to improve upon, and then who you want to become in 2023. And this is early, right? New Year's is not here, but I like to prepare before New Year's so that when the new year hits, like, I know what I'm doing, I know who I am, I know where I'm going. Like, I love all of that. So it just makes me really, really happy. It makes me so happy. We do have the Reinvent Yourself Masterclass coming up in January, so it'll be right after the new year, called Reinvent Yourself. That is on pre-sale right now. I believe it's $88 right now for pre-sale, and it will be $111 and then $222 before we go live with it. So if you want the pre-sale link to Reinvent Yourself, where I'll be going through all of the stuff in minute detail, comment Reinvent below and I'll send you the link. It's probably going to change by name, but right now we're calling it Reinvent Yourself. Tharifa said, rest, reinvent, recreate, reevaluate. Yeah, I love that, girly. It's just a beautiful time to start thinking about your year and reflecting and pulling things forward with you that you want to keep and leaving the things that you don't, right? So that's what I do to reflect and to bring forward and to plan. I'm not going to talk about like intention setting or goal setting. I'll leave that for another video. But this video is just about like intentions and planning, right? Looking at all the things in your business, looking at all the programs you sell, all the things that you sell. I did Reinvent once. Is it the same? Andrea, yay. No. So it's the same program, but I'm doing it live. And every time I do things live, they just get better and better. Reinvent Yourself is going to be entirely different this year. I think last year when we did it, it was just about self-image. This year, it's going to be about self-image, planning, organizing. It's going to be a bigger program this year, so it will be different. It is one of my favorite programs though, because it's just revitalizing. It's just renewing. You leave it feeling like, okay, ready to take on a new year, ready to take on 2023. Know who I am. I know what my plan is. I know what my goals are. I know who I'm going to become, right? You just get so super clear about all the things in Reinvent Yourself, and I leave you with a really good plan for 2023. So that program makes me so happy. So if you want the link to that one, it is in January. Right now it's on pre-sale. It's $88. If you want the link, comment Reinvent in the comments, and I will send you the early bird link to register. We probably won't publicly release all the details until right after New Year's or maybe right before New Year's. So yay. Okay, you guys. Well, until episode 57, be well, God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye.